Well, good morning, everyone. Gary DeRitter here, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this general's call this morning. Just checking to be sure that I've got everything right and we're ready to roll. We're on Facebook Live this morning with my very special guest, Q Win, and we're also on the conference call bridge. So if you're on that conference call bridge and would like to go to Facebook Live, please feel free to do so. The bad news for our conference call bridge people, we are going to be phasing out the bridge and just be doing Facebook Live. And I know for some, 7 a.m. is really important, and your ability to get on at that time and be able to listen because you don't have Wi-Fi or you're driving or whatever, completely understand. But what we want to do is be perfectly consistent with people. And we have found that it's not the easiest, depending on where our speaker is and what they're doing and how many they have on with them. It's been a little bit of a challenge for them to juggle and have us on the conference call bridge. So because we don't want to look unprofessional and occasionally not have the bridge connected, it just makes sense that we're just going to go with Facebook Live. The conveniences of Facebook Live, of course, are that not only do you get it live at the time that the call is live, which is 8 a.m. Mountain Time, but of course it's then recorded and it's available at all times for you to go back to and be able to pull that up. And so it's just a simple way to go. And if it means that some people are going to have to catch the call a little bit later, I apologize for that, but hopefully the message and the message delivered with face and voice, hopefully there's great value in that along the way. By the way, just from connecting over the weekend with some terrific people, a lot of our leaders, I'll have some wonderful guests lined up over the next several weeks. I've really enjoyed the last several weeks as we've had some terrific people sharing their story, their background, and some insights of their success. And that's what we'll be doing today as well. So before we get to talk to Q this morning, what I'd like to do is just do a very quick recap and point you in a direction. You know, as you're listening this morning, you were either with us in Provo over the weekend, or you were not there for whatever reason or circumstance, and we understand. But now here we are back and ready to go. And if you were there, then it's really going to be easy for you to say, I just got back, and then to tell your story about what's happening, because the view that those of us who were there have of where Nu Skin is, where we're going, what the company is doing, the fact that we spent our time in this amazing innovation center. I heard for the first time the number perhaps as much as $150 million investment for an extraordinary, well-equipped building that houses all of the science, all of the data, and as well has meeting rooms and the ability for us to interact. It was just a spectacular weekend. And I'll bet if we interviewed 100 different people who were there, they'd come away with 100 different highlights from the weekend. And sometimes it's just a question of what message you needed to hear at that time. I mean, for me, Brent Bryson did an amazing job on Saturday morning. And he said, as he put it, he was in a different subject that he normally covers, for instance, at a Team Elite University, as he's done so amazingly well for a couple of decades. But he really zeroed in on why we need a system. And we're going to talk a little bit about system here this morning. And he showed a picture, and the picture was this very symmetrical look of an organization where you have customers and distributors and executives represented by circles that had a C or a D or an E, and then it would then radiate out. The executives would have their own customers, distributors, and executives, and then it would radiate out from there. And it wasn't to say, look how easy this is. It just grows like this. That wasn't at all what he was saying. What he was saying is, don't ever forget that this is the ultimate goal, this picture. He said, you ought to have a picture of this hanging in your office, in your, wherever your work is, because that's really what our business is about. Create the network. And now he said, what building are we in? And people answered, the Innovation Center. Well, what do you think they do here? And of course, it was tongue in cheek. They innovate, which means all along you have opportunities for a refreshing of the business opportunity through this huge opportunity of the network building. But all of that goes through your network as you build it. You're rewarded for the hard work you do in building your network in order to really build your team, but create your income, because the volume is multiplied by the size of your team. And that's the bottom line. There were other highlights galore. So let me direct you to this. If you're on Facebook Live, you already know where One Team Global is. So if you're not, or if you've gotten this by someone forwarding it to you, to another group, that's fine. This can be shared, and we certainly encourage that you do that. Share this to your team, to your group. As you do that, you could find other videos on One Team Global. So Facebook, search One O-N-E Team T-E-A-M Global, and then you'll find that there's a whole series of videos that are Facebook Lives. A group of them have just been posted over the weekend as they were lives, and whether it was Derek Tillotson and his panel, and Mari and Kiki did an amazing job of training detailed stuff on how to build your business with Facebook or with Instagram, or whether it was any of the presentations along the way that really reflected the power and the importance of staying within this system we call System 7. And as Derek put it, some people think, oh, social media now replaces System 7. Oh, no. Social media creates an amazing funnel. It's an opportunity like we would have never seen in our lives, and we will never see again. But don't forget that it's a funnel that brings people into a system, and through that system, all of the elements of our in goal setting and our contacting and inviting and our presenting and all of the System 7 workflow, all of the System 7 core habits, they're as valid today as they have ever been. And those who are, aggressively building their teams with social media as the primary component, those people as well are using the elements of the system to build their team. That's what's going to be the glue that really holds everything together. That's what's going to create the ADRs. That's what's going to create the personal development. That's going to create the relationship through events. I mean, all of those things are so appropriate if you want to build your team. So great place to be. It was an amazing weekend. It was a fun weekend. I haven't been in snow for a while, and it really did some great snowing on Saturday morning. Woke up to about 5 inches or so. Had to drive just a little bit to get there, and that was a interesting challenge as I watched a lot of people slip and sliding. And there were some obviously non-Utah people who were driving that morning, but everything seemed safe, and we arrived safe. Everything went well. It was fantastic. So one of the people I got to spend just a little bit of time with, but met in person for the first time and chatted a bit with, is our guest today. And she is a new blue diamond in the business, not brand new, but a blue diamond in the business. She's just building an extraordinary business, has a great story to tell. And her name is Q Win. And good morning, Q. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, Gary, and everyone on Facebook Live and conference call this morning. Very happy to be on the General Calls today, and thank you, Gary, again for having me.
Well, that's absolutely my pleasure. And we're in a great place. And coming out of this event, I always get really inspired when I see fresh faces, new stories, energy and excitement that's brought to this business. There's certainly this core group of people that are back regularly and building, but we continue to grow through excellent leadership of people who have been following the system and building their team along the way. So would you please start, just give us a quick overview of your background and what drew you to Nu Skin and what your Nu Skin business looks like today.
Certainly, Gary. So I came to the U.S. With my dad right after graduating from high school, reunited with my mom and my younger sister here, and seeking for a better education and better future here. And I got a Bachelor of Science degree in Physics Engineering and a Master of Science degree in Applied Mathematics. And so I was very grateful for my previous career in the IT industry. I used to work for a global IT consulting firm that specialized in the Microsoft solutions for the enterprises. And I got to the position called the senior project manager, used to manage multiple million-dollar project and used to manage multiple engineering teams in various locations in the U.S. and various countries as well. Certainly, I earned that, and then I got great salary and great career advancement, but just not the lifestyle that I wanted and desired. So very fortunately for me that 3 years ago, I found Nu Skin through my mom. And after a very quick research and come to the TEU for the first time in December 2013, I knew right away that this was kind of like what I was looking for. So I decided to partner with my mom on this journey. And very, very thankful and very proud of our decision. And we built our new skin business from the ground up, and we follow the OTG System 7 very closely because I see right away the importance of like stick to a proven track record system so that we can build our business. And we achieved 4 consecutive success trips to get to our Blue Diamond goal. And right now we have teams in main cities in the US and also in other countries as well. And things just get better and better, especially with this year with the Age Lock Me launch.
Now, I have to lean in and say this. You very casually said you reached 4 consecutive success trips, which meant you hit Ruby, you hit Emerald, you hit Diamond, you hit Blue Diamond. 4 consecutive 6-month cycles where you advanced your business, qualified for the trip, and went to the trip. You said that casually, but that's not something that everybody goes out and does. So we have to tip our hat to you and say congratulations. That is absolutely awesome. And whether it's somebody who's looking to do that each 6-month cycle advance or once a year advance, you know, everybody's on their own journey, but you were focused and that became a goal and you got it done 4 consecutive times straight to Blue Diamond. Wow, that is absolutely awesome. So you've been to these wonderful trips. Tell me, what were some of the highlights of the trips? Did you have a favorite, and why?
Okay, thank you so much, Gary, for the question. So my mom and I, 4 consecutive success trips were started out with the Jackson Hole, Wyoming, as a Ruby star back in August 2014. And the next one was the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic in February 2015. And that one was one of the kind of like I have to say that trip was our turning point in our new skin business because we got on that trip as an Emerald Star creator, and we were able to also have our first downline go to the success trip with us as well. And she is one of my mom's very good friend in Denver, Colorado, and it's kind of like make us feel that it's really this system really works because not only we achieve our personal goal, but we also be able to duplicate that within our team as well. And it's just a very joyful feeling to be able to see other like our team grow and be successful and on the journey with us as well. So that is kind of like one of the most memorable success trips for us. And then we got on to the third one was the Alaskan cruise in August 2015 as a Diamond star. And then our fourth one was the Maui, Hawaii in last March of 2016. And that one was a very special one for us because we got recognized as a Blue Diamond on that success trip. And we were very happy that we got recognized, and we also have our team with us on that trip as well.
That's pretty special. I love the concept here that you didn't highlight the trip itself. You didn't highlight being on the cruise or Alaska, or it was all about the people and connecting with your team and showing them a path as you go. Part of the success trip journey is spending time with other leaders. That really bolsters your confidence and your understanding. And I think, I've been in this industry now for over 25 years and, had success with a previous company. In all that time, 17, 18 years in the industry before my new skin experience, and working with companies and seeing how they operate, et cetera, I've never seen anything like the success trip concept.
Exactly.
Where as you succeed, you don't just go by yourself, but your team can succeed. And when they reach certain levels, they don't just go by themselves. You can go with them if you qualify as well. It creates this tremendous teamwork, and it really does foster this concept that we're a company that really does reward well, number one. Number two, that we work hard, because this is hard work, but we also play hard, and we play together, and we play on the beaches of the world. And that's a really cool concept that some people can talk about and throw out there, but New Skin really does that. And when you see 1,000 people together on these trips, and Tyler Whitehead, our president of the Americas region, he has said, whatever numbers we can produce in terms of people who qualify, Nu Skin will send all of us there on the trips. Bring it on. Like it's the challenge to us to grow this thing big. And I recall the story of when in the Chinese market, as they've gone through some absolutely explosive growth, numbers that we are just behind and following, but we fully anticipate we will hit. When they had a trip to Dubai, it was airplane after airplane after airplane after airplane landing as 17,000 people all arrived in Dubai, and they had to split it into 2 weeks just because the accommodations couldn't fit it all. But that's the way Nu Skin thinks. Nu Skin thinks so big, they basically say, you build it, we'll support it. And, the support is there. And of course, we were just over the weekend in the Innovation Center, and that was a tremendous event. What were some of the highlights for you out of the weekend?
So really with this one, because since since doing this business, I've had my mom and I, we go back to Utah pretty much every month, attending the Team Elite University and also all of the Success Summit. And this one is a very special one for me because with this one, it was my great honor and great pleasure that I also contribute and participate into the event, as I was the co-MC for the Friday General Session along with Jason Harris. So for those of you who attended the event, you may recognize me. So that was one of the highlights for me because I see that now that I only go to the event as a, just an audience, but I also be a part of the wonderful, outstanding team putting the event together as well. And it's just grateful to kind of like have an opportunity to participate, to contribute, and to serve as well. So I also would like to thank One Team Global for giving me that opportunity. And also for this event, I also sitting in the event, I feel like somehow I also told my mom and also my team as well, is that somehow I feel this Success Summit, I learned a lot from it as well. Sitting down and hear all of the amazing speakers on stage, especially with the theme of the path to freedom, and then also how to leverage all of the the great opportunities and potentials with Age Love Me and all of the upcoming innovations that the company give us, and the importance of the Nu Skin success journey to success, and also the OTG system 7, all just like condensed into 2.5 days of the event. And one of the greatest highlight for me here is that I was so touching to be there in person when Nathan Ricks came on stage and handed Jeff Mack and Brett Bryson the special gift from Truda Polly for thanking them for the 20+ years they put into this the Team Elite University. And it was so emotional and so touching when reading a lot of comments, and especially agree with Jeff 100% when he said that if you give love freely, you can receive that in abundance tenfold, and you cannot really buy love, and you earn it. And I really feel that with this Success Summit, it's not just about the knowledge that you gain from the event, but also the bonding, the energy that you cannot really feel when just like viewing Facebook Live, because I overheard a lot of people say, "Hell, it's okay. I don't have to be there in person because everyone Facebook Live these days, so I can just sit home and then view all of the events." I said it's different, because if everyone thinks it that way, then nobody end up going to the event, and how can you sit home and see and feel the event? So with that, I feel very thankful and very grateful that I was there at the event in person, and a lot of great memorial moments for me.
You're so right that Facebook Live, the great news is that people everywhere can see it and experience it if they couldn't be there. But it really doesn't substitute for the entire experience. Because the entire experience is the energy in the room, is the meeting the people, it's spending time on the elevator or in the restaurant or in the hallway. And, you just get such a different feel for who people are rather than just stage personalities who are presenting. And you did a wonderful job on stage. Congratulations, Jason. Did a great session, and with great polish and poise, you did an excellent job. So no doubt you'll become one of those regulars on stage, both in the teaching and in supporting. So thank you for that. And it also points out that Nu Skin and One Team Global, we're always looking for the new leaders who will step up and move up in the ranks and And the moment that you do, you have access to that stage. And that's really what we're all about, is promoting people, promoting new leaders, and building the business, building the team along the way. All right, now I have to ask you really what'll sound to you like a silly question. But every once in a while, people begin to get this mindset. These Caucasians get this mindset that it must be easier if you're Asian, because obviously there's a lot of success in Asia, China, Japan, Korea. But, even here in the United States, there's a lot of success in the Asian community, and especially in the Vietnamese community. What we've seen has been excellent growth and great leadership and all of that. So maybe a funny question. Do you find that it's easier to be Asian and building this business? I mean, do people ever say no to you? Do people ever quit once they get started? Do people ever challenge you on this opportunity? Do you ever have any self-doubt, self-talk? Are there any challenges along the way? Is it different for you?
It's very interesting that I got asked this question, Gary, to be honest with you, because it's actually, for me, it's the first time that I got asked this question. Usually people come to me and told me that, oh, it must have been very easy for you because of your background as an IT senior manager. So coming to this business, then it will be easier for you because of your background. But truthfully, I've never been asked. It's been easier because I am a Vietnamese, actually. So it's very, very interesting to hear these questions. But for me personally, I don't think this business is any easier because of your background or because of your ethnicity, because everyone started from this business from the ground up. That's one of the things that I really like about this opportunity, is that it's opened the door to people from all walk of life. Like my team, I have people from the housewife to people who doesn't know any English, to people doctor or even esthetician. So from all walks of life, and I see like myself and my mom, everyone start the same thing. Everyone start with an LOI and go to the executive and just walk through it to fans in the business. So I don't think it's about the background or the ethnicity, but I think it's about your determination, your hard work, and your focus. And then you get to follow the system closely, very important, and also listen to the leaders, especially the one that you see creating the results with proven track record, and you just learn from them. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity because I can feel that everyone supporting my mom and I very truthfully and really want us to be successful. So that's one of the things that I love about this, is it's not just because I am a Vietnamese background, because I go through all of the challenges that you just mentioned. People quit, people say no, people object, and all of that at first, yes, it's all the similar emotional journey that you have to go through with this business. But after a while, experience tell me that it's normal, because Nu Skin is like any other profession of business. It's not for everyone. It's for the one who really truly want it and want to be successful with this to improve their lives and improve other people's lives.
Well said, and I think that helps for people to understand, because it's always easy for somebody to say, well, it's easier for them or him or her. How did they get off to such a fast start? Who did they know? How did this work? You yourself, with an IT background, it wasn't a sales background, it was an IT background, a management background, a business consultant. And you've lived in Seattle, you've lived in Denver, you live in Orange County, California now. And so it isn't like you've got a built-in this family and who you grew up with and what your neighborhood is like or whatever. People they will succeed where they're planted if in their heart they have an ability to see it, capture it, and to work on themselves, persevere, do the personal development that's required, have clarity on their goal, plug into the system, etc. So you're a great example who's doing that and continues to do that. Yeah. So I know that through the course of the couple of years, only 3 years that you've been involved, we've had a number of product launches. Of course, right now I see right next to you is AgeLock Me, and you must be excited about that. But tell me how these product launches have really assisted you in building the business, because, I mean, the truth is, AgeLock Me is very different from TR90 and very different from AgeLock Youth. I mean, we've had a number of different launches, but you seem to have had your business surge with each launch. Tell me about your personal philosophy in that and how that has played a role.
Okay, thank you, Gary. This is a very great question. So when my mom and I first started the business, we walked through the second LTO of the ageLOC TR90. At the time, our upline leaders talked about the importance of the product launch and everything, but because at the time we were so brand new into the business, so we didn't understand much, but we still follow the path, and we got to kind of like to the success. Like we got our first goal is as a Ruby, but then after that, the key product launch for us that really make us realize and the full potential of a new product launch is the ageLOC Youth launch, the LTO in November 2015. And that was the launch that really helped push my mom and I reach our goal to become a Blue Diamond. And I really see the importance of a new product launch, especially with Nu Skin. They invested so much money and time and effort into launching out not just a new product, but also an innovation. The key thing here with Nu Skin is it's not just a new product launch, it's an innovation, it's a disruptive technology. With ageLOC Youth, it's the mother of all supplements, and we really capture that. And now with ageLOC Me, I could see the power of this launch is even much more, and we already see that through the pre-launch toward the end of 2016, and now the official launch is a couple weeks ago. Because with this one, it's kind of like penetrate into the skincare industry that hardly had any innovation for nearly a decade. So it's opened the door to a humongous opportunity for us.
Fantastic. And so this is one of those things that you have an advantage because you have a tip to the spear. The business opportunity is always what we are about, but because we have such amazing products as a foundation, it gives us that credibility in the marketplace, and the tip of the spear being such amazing technology, $30 million invested in that device, multiple patents protecting 20 plus different processes, over 100 working parts. The technology, and supported by video, of course, is awesome. So that tip of the spear creates a story, but our passion toward the business opportunity creates the network. Back to what Brent Bryson had to say, that's the innovation of today. The objective is to create the network, to build a team so that not only will you always be getting your reorders, which are what the cartridges are all about, the monthly shipment cartridges, but then when Nu Skin comes out with the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, or as you've developed the relationship with customers through ageLOC Me, now with good customer service and good communication, you simply tell the rest of the story and help them understand that it isn't just about looking good from the outside. How about working on the inside? We have this amazing thing called ageLOC Youth, or Y-Span in Canada. And so suddenly you now have one customer with the opportunity to double or triple the volume that you can create. And you can see how it's going to be easier and easier and easier to create monthly volumes, to reach a personal group for your circle, and to be able to duplicate and grow from there. So as we wrap up here, any other comments or tips for a brand new person getting started, or someone who maybe wasn't at the event, doesn't have that spark within them at this moment, can't really say, I just got back, but what is it about right now that you're celebrating and teaching your team to get serious about over the year 2017?
So with that, thank you, Gary, for the question. I would say that for a brand new person, it's great that it's always start with like the why, the big picture of really understanding what you really crystal clear onto what is the kind of lifestyle or the life that you really want to live on this earth. Is it the current condition will help you get there? Are you 100% satisfied and happy with your life? If not, check out this opportunity, and I highly encourage that, because it may not be, there's going to be a chance maybe after you go to TEU or come to Utah, you say, okay, it may not be for me, but unless you do, right, you will never know. So I would say that if you really think about the opportunity and all, I highly encourage everyone to go to Utah at least once, and then especially during the TEU or the Success Summit time. And the upcoming that we have is the February TEU in February 17 and 18. Go and check it out. Talk to people, especially talk to the one who are successful in the industry, not to the one who you already quit or didn't make it, so that you know, and especially with this launch of Age Like Me, I have to say this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for you because it's penetrating into the skincare industry of $400 billion. And it really show me, like really help me visualize the concept of the residual income. So that is really what really set you free from time and freedom so that you can go on and really do the thing that you want to do in this life.
Fantastic. Well said. Job today. Thank you so much. And they say success leaves clues. You've given us some good clues to what has led to your current success. And we suspect that you're going to be continuing this process, duplicating your success along the way. So congratulations on what you and your mom have done. And then looking forward to hearing your continued story as we grow this along the way. So let me just wrap up with everybody and say, you know, I've pointed you in the direction of the One Team Global on Facebook. Now, when you go through there, look, I don't want people to sit and spend their entire day watching videos. That's not what this is about. However, you can budget that time in, and in red time, meaning time that you can't be face-to-face, voice-to-voice with prospects, that's a good time to get caught up on some of your personal development, and this can fit into that learning and personal development category. Therefore, if you go to the One Team Global, just to your page, and scroll down, when you see one of those videos that's from the Success Summit, then what you want to do is in the right-hand top corner, there's a little V, a little arrow. Just click on that, and you can save the video, and that saves into a group of videos. Later, you can come back, and on your own personal page, you'll see on the left-hand side videos. You click on that, and that's where you've got all those saved videos. So you can then watch them in sequence or however you want, whatever your importance level is. And so whatever you want to zero in on, if you can plug into some of that energy that the presenters were able to deliver from stage, if you can plug into the information, to the knowledge, you're going to get a better sense of what just occurred. But it'll also help you to commit that the next Success Summit is going to be absolutely extraordinary. It's at a different time of year. More people will come from Canada. More people will come from all over North America. It'll be an enormous event. It'll be a fun event. We're really, really looking forward to it. Plans are already being laid out and put in place. So, and you might want to go online. The tickets are already on sale. So you can go to otg.global. That's www.otg.global to get more detail on that. Also, as Q just mentioned, we do have a Team Elite University coming up in February and in March. And then Nu Skin does an amazing event called the Leadership Conference. That's in April. Last April, I think they put on the best event that I've ever seen Nu Skin put on, including conventions. And they did a great job, and I fully anticipate this will be a great job again this year. So there's a whole series of events. Events really change lives. We say, you know, leadership is born at events. And we say up until then, you know, you're in Nu Skin, but Nu Skin gets in you when you go to an event, just like the event we were just at. So it's an amazing opportunity. Take full advantage of it. Well, I appreciate your time this morning. Q, thank you so much for your involvement.
Thank you.
And look forward to everybody kind of plugging in and taking off. All this week, we're going to have some great calls, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday with Millionaire Trading Circle. Take full advantage of everything we have going on as we're looking to close out a really, really strong first month of the year, and really keep your goals really clearly in front of you for the success trip. And that cycle ends March 31st. So Gary DeRitter signing off from Southern California. Q signing off from Southern California.
Bye. Thanks again, Gary, for having me, and have a great week, everyone. And happy Lunar New Year. This upcoming weekend is Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year and happy Tet, everyone.
And same from me as well. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.